Hi everyone, and welcome to the third video that I'm doing in collaboration with Cape Town Music Academy. We're talking about how to work with your own mind as a musician, and we're focusing on cognitive distortions. In other words, the ways that the mind can misinterpret information and end up with a conclusion that is skewed towards the negative. So today we're talking about personalization. Personalization is when you take responsibility for things that are completely outside of your control. One example of how this may happen for musicians is, imagine you're doing a gig. There's some performance that you're involved in, and for some reason the sound is just suboptimal. So maybe you're not hearing yourself properly, you're not hearing the other people you're playing with adequately, or it's a tricky venue acoustically and you've got frequencies bouncing all over the place. The sound is just difficult and it's not helping you to perform to your potential. Now, personalization would be to take that situation and conclude things like, I'm a terrible musician, I don't have what it takes, I'm not good enough. So again, you can imagine what this is going to do to your creativity, to your spontaneity, to your musicality. It's just going to cause that contraction. Things are going to get stiff and tight, and you're going to get stuck in your own mind, stuck in these thoughts. The other thing it's going to do is it's going to inhibit you from trying to find workarounds for the problem. Now, as any experienced musician will tell you, anyone who's done a lot of gigs or a lot of work in the studio, you're often having to do that. You know, the situation isn't always perfect or optimal. And oftentimes what you're doing is you're thinking, okay, what's the best workaround here? So this is the situation. How can I produce my best given the situation? If you're personalizing, those things the mind is just prevented from going there. So what you want to do if you notice personalization in your thoughts, as with all the others, try and become aware of it. So when does it tend to happen? Does it tend to happen more in certain situations? What are those situations? What is the effect on you when you engage in personalization? How does it impact on your feeling state? How does it impact on your creativity, your ability to get into the music? So once you notice it, try and take a step back and try and observe the situation as objectively as you possibly can. So there might be things that you're doing that are contributing to things not being suboptimal, but there might also be things that are completely outside of your control. Try and figure out what those are. Once you have a better sense, and you've taken personalization out of the equation, now you can approach a situation with a more problem-solving attitude. So this is the situation that I find myself in. What's the best workaround? How can I produce my best given these restrictions or limitations? Okay, so that, in a very small nutshell, was personalization. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at emotional reasoning. So until then, take care, stay safe, and see you next time.